Alrighty, y'all, welcome back. Strap in. Looking at USA versus Europe memes. This should be good. We will be looking at clips from a couple of videos from VazKL, so be links in the description down below so you can watch these whole videos uninterrupted and browse their channel. Gotta prepare myself for this. These are actually always hilarious.
USA is the best country, and everyone wants to live here. No, you're wrong. European countries are better. Aurora, penguins, and puce. I should live in Antarctica. Why can't you just be normal? Screams in Fahrenheit. Me. How old were you? American. Oh, I was a freshman. Me, a European. I still have no idea how old you were. Someone from the UK. I'm in 6th form. Me. How many regenerations do you have left?
I'm in 6th form. What? Is that what they call 6th grade? We call it 6th grade, 6th form. Yeah, I would be like very confused if I heard that. I admit I've actually never heard that. That's funny. Also, yeah, freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. That's what we would call our high school years. Freshman being fresh, first year, right? Which is actually 9th grade. Anyone confused yet?
Left someone. I personally think the US has good European European houses resisted the biggest storms, built out of concrete and stone. Built for eternity. American houses. Help, there's some wind.
You will see at minimum like siding or something start to peel off a little bit, right? Or maybe you lose some shingles, right? God forbid some branches get blown off of the trees and hit the house, or there is some strong wind, not tornadoes, just a strong wind storm, some strong wind gusts, right? Yeah, there is a method and madness to it, right? But it's very American. Let's just get real. The houses are made to kind of crumble and be rebuilt. And you've heard all the excuses by now. Americans move a lot. They don't stay in the house forever. They don't pass it down generation to generation. Of course, these are all generalizations, but yeah, it's definitely different over here. The houses are nothing like what I've heard from Europe.
You guys are disrespectful and don't deserve to win. You are doing the same thing. Stop hating us. Europe is fighting each other again. Nice. European wars. Try that again and I'll...
Nice. Some heat is off us. Let them fight amongst each other.
Break your other hand as well. American wars. Please don't hurt me. My friend came back from the UK today.
That is so true. I would hate to punch a wall in a German house. From what I've seen, I think my knuckles would be on the floor. Okay, this is absolutely hilarious. I know people like this that travel, and it's like, why, right? This is definitely an American thing. Not for all Americans, but some. They go to somewhere else across the world, right? Literally, they went to the UK. This is the only picture they took. I feel like this is accurate. This is literally probably real. They took a picture of an American food section in, a supermarket in the UK. I love how Lucky Charms are just like everywhere, and Pop-Tarts. This is actually funny. Wow. And how fitting that the display would be big and obnoxious with the stars and stripes, but only in reality have like 3 products. I guess chocolate syrup and strawberry syrup too.
And this is the only picture
This is embarrassing as an American. Oh my God.
We have stuff like this.
I promise we have more food than this.
The temperature, it's important to note that degree Celsius stands for correct and F stands for fake. I think you mean can't land on the moon and landed on the moon.
I wouldn't have gone that far, but yeah, Fahrenheit rocks, man. I've learned at this point after all these years to, pretty much recognize Celsius temperatures as well, but I'm going to stay in my position here. I like Fahrenheit better.
Everyone on Tumblr is screaming about Area 51. Me, a European. US house damaged by wind. Austrian house damaged by a 10-ton massive rock.
Oh my God. Look at how big that is. And it legit only tore through that section right there. I mean, look at the rest of it. It looks fine. I would actually, I got to do more with the houses stuff. I would like to see more in-depth tours of stuff like this Austrian house. Looks like it's in the mountains, beautiful area. The house genuinely does look intriguing to me. Unfortunately, this can be true up here. They're not that weak. Come on, we're talking about memes here, but compared to this, yeah, they're definitely not up to snuff.
You can't just cool your house. It uses too much energy. AC go pip. Please help him.
Yeah, AC is good. I'm sorry, guys. I'm Team AC. Are you surprised? America pumps AC into everything, man.
Is injured. Does he have insurance though? I wish I lived in Europe. You can literally ride a bike for about 20 minutes and end up in a different country with a completely different culture.
That is crazy.
If I ride a bike here for 20 minutes, I would just end up at another Walmart, another section of Walmart.
God.
Okay.
That is too accurate. Why is that too accurate?
That's cool, but in America, you can get 100 McNuggets for $25.
That's not cool. That's not cool. McNuggets are gross. Come on, dude.
This is healthcare in USA. It's okay. We're gonna figure this out. You have money, right? How Americans see their beer versus how Germans see their beer. A European waking up early. A new problem in the US.
Unfortunately, this one I have to agree with. Look, I actually do, like, on a hot day, I like, you know, a refreshing light American beer. They still have their place, but when I'm talking about like presentation and amazing taste and fullness and flavor, yeah, the European beers ruined the American beers for me. I admit it. If you know, I have a beer series on my channel where I've tried beers from everywhere in Europe, and still ongoing, by the way. Those are coming back. I know they're on a little bit of a hiatus, but yeah, especially like, let's just say German beers, right? They're absolutely incredible. They're delicious.
This outlet, Shad Europe outlet. This post was made by the EU gang.
Whoa, hold up. I've actually wanted to look at this. I've only looked at UK outlets versus USA outlets for a video a long time ago, and it was very interesting. You'd be surprised how interesting looking at wall outlets can be. But I didn't realize how weird ours are. Ours are kind of wimpy, for real. Things can literally, like, right now, I can actually look under my desk, and there's always at least, like, one thing plugged in that's already, like, limp, like hanging out, like it's about to come out, right? It's very annoying. They don't hold well. They're very inconsistent. There's a lot of things I could complain about with our outlets. Not to mention they don't have an off switch, which I like. I've seen in other countries, the whole outlet unit has an on and off switch, which is safer and practical for other reasons as well. And look at these things in Europe, man. These things are in there. These are heavy-duty outlets. I like it.
How I sleep at night with my European superiority complex. Europeans after
how's it feel, huh?
a car trip to visit another country. Americans after their weekly 5-hour car ride to the grocery store.
Okay.
American food is so unhealthy. Also Europeans. Breakfast when you're from Europe and you're losing an argument against an American. At least I have healthcare. President of America.
That's true. You can always fall on that. Look at this. President of Portugal. Freaking baller, huh? It's a different look. It's a different look for sure. One is definitely more personable, huh?
President of Portugal. He's just chilling.
I love it.
I build tall building. No, tall buildings will hide our beautiful and historical architecture. Asia and America. How many tall buildings do you want?
Yes.
Americans when asked their opinions on 90% of European countries. What is this? Americans with England or France. Americans with Ireland for whatever reason. Let's go.
Dude, why is this so true? That is so true. Ask any American out on the street, like, name any country in Europe other than like England, France, let's say Italy and Germany, let's throw them on there. They won't know any, right? And that's, ask them about Ireland, everyone, like just literally everyone's gonna be like pumped up, like, oh hell yeah, I love the Irish, you know? Like, it's a very narrow-minded view. I don't know how it turned out that way, but that's how it is.
Europeans, when they find out that America is only the 12th most obese country.
See?
Americans saying Van Gogh.
We're not the most obese. I don't know why y'all hating so much. There's 11 countries ahead of us. You go find those 11 countries and you rip on them. Actually, let's look that up. Wow, I didn't even know there was a global obesity observatory. So here we are. This sounds official to me because it's a .org. Let's see. The United States. Oh no, we've been upgraded. We are in the top 10 again. Just with our foot in the door, our fat foot in the door. We are 10th, not 12th. So, dang it. My point there is slipping. But yeah, you guys should go rip on French Polynesia, Samoa, Tuvalu, Tonga. I will shamefully admit I don't know how to pronounce this one. Niue? Cook Islands, Tokelau, Nauru, and American Samoa. Of course, American Samoa. Gotta love that. Gotta throw that in there as number one. Wow, a lot of these are like very small island nations, right? I don't even recognize some of these. I know like Tonga and Tuvalu, and of course Samoa and American Samoa. I don't recognize these. Actually, I guess the Cook Islands I do. I mean, look, if I'm trying to make a case for us, this is still kind of sketchy because these are all really small island nations. If we're talking about really big players, like big countries that we usually tend to compare on here, no one we ever referred to is even close to us. The U.S. is alone in that. So, damn it. But hey, I do see Romania on there. So, Europe, you got some splaining to do.
We have the best country, best food, best football, best landscape. Screw you. Italy's bad. True. Wait, do American people not call their friends mate? Is this a thing? Yep, I'm sure some do.
I'm surprised because there have been things. Look, with social media and movies and all these things, YouTube, right? Like people learning about other countries is, just way more common and accessible now. I do think that a lot of, I don't know how to say it, maybe like some words and slang or trends or whatever, I think do travel around the world like pretty fast. Like, I think compared to maybe, like let's say 40 years ago, I think there are some things here from other countries that are present here now, which is kind of cool, and vice versa, of course. But for some reason, something as famous as like mate, calling your friends mate, right? I think everyone in America knows that, knows that's a thing, but no one still uses it. I've never heard it in organic conversation ever here. I've only ever heard it in this setting where I'm watching media from a different country or talking to people from Australia or various other places, right? Like, it's kind of weird how the mate thing never stuck here. It's weird.
Most people just
I always find that
friend,
interesting.
which is boring, but whatever. Wait, so you go up to your friends and be like, hello, friend.
Wait, that's not right either, though. Yeah, because friend is the word for mate here, but no one really says friend, like hello, friend, right? You just either say their name or you usually have a name for them, like, what's up, bro? What's up, dude? Like, that's it. It's weird.
Names. In some regions, it is customary to greet our friends with affectionate pet names, like dumb, making a house with proper equipment. Nah, let's just use this. Americans. I just finished high school.
Now.
I think I'll become a plumber so I can earn 70k before I'm 25. Europeans. I just finished my PhD in computer science. Will anyone pay me 30k? Makes fun of the United States all the time. Gets all defensive when you make fun of Europe. Americans cooking.
How about that, huh?
It's on a table. The cashiers have chairs. Cashiers don't have chairs where you live. In America, if you're not standing, you're not working. In Europe, if you're working, you're working. Chairs help you. What the hell is up with America? Hold on.
I don't know.
People in other countries get to sit while working. America needs hope.
There is one exception, but it's actually pretty funny. The only store I've ever seen where cashiers are allowed to sit is Aldi. And of course, Aldi is not American. It's German. That's pretty funny. Yeah, I guess I never noticed this, but it's true. Yeah, they're always standing. The bagger's standing, if there even is a bagger. That used to be a thing. I don't even see that anymore. The cashiers to do everything. It's kind of sad, in my opinion. Like when you have a big order and like a whole line. Oh, man. Yeah, the supermarkets, I feel like, have really... like right now, they're in a bad phase here. Yeah, there's like never baggers, so the cashier has so much work to do. And they have, what's funny about American stores? They have like 35 checkout lines, and only 2 are open during the day if you're lucky, and like 1 at night if you're lucky. Sometimes none of them are open, and they make you go to self-checkout. It's kind of a mess. And yes, you have to stand the whole time you're at work. Remember, we love working here.
Not in UK. Russia and USA usually. Russia and USA in space. What country is next to the USA? USB. Why are the drinking fountains so short in Europe? Are Americans even real? Because how can they go to the store?
Dude,
like this?
this is bad for sure. I promise you, I do not dress like this. Maybe I'll dress like this in the winter at my house where I'm in for the night at my house, then who cares, right? But I'm not wearing PJ pants and what is this, socks and sandals? Oh my God. And of course, a printed t-shirt. This is unfortunately all too common and near me. Yeah, this is true. And I'm like mind blown. I'm going to do you one further. This was technically against dress code, but it was hard to enforce for some reason. When I used to work at a factory, I'm talking a automotive assembly plant, right? For one of the big three automakers. I worked there for years. I occasionally saw people dressed like this at an automotive assembly plant where you put together cars and there's power tools everywhere and there is, standards. Yeah, people would show up to work like this at a factory. Average American definitely needs to work on their fashion.
How can they go to the store?
Come on now.
Europe. I can't believe Americans don't know European flags. European flag.
Yeah, come on, guys. How are we going to memorize all these? Do you guys even know all of them? It's overwhelming, okay? Come on now. I consider myself pretty smart in this space, and even at first glance, I'm going to get, confused when I look at this, right? It's not going to be automatic like some places, right? Come on.
I don't know many of them. Probably know half.
See?
Europe. Doctor. Person who kills your ills with pills, then kills you with bills. Americans who use color. British who use color.
Dude, that is so weird to me. The O-U-R. Yeah, we just use O-R. I remember the first time I discovered this was like a teenager. I saw, I think, some websites spelling words like this because it obviously wasn't from the U.S. And I remember thinking, dude, these dumbasses, why did they spell this wrong? And then I found out, oh, wait, everyone else spells it like this and we spell it with an O only.
Me, who uses both because English is not my native language. Americans. Gasoline has gotten so expensive. Meanwhile, Europe. River van, old folks van, the most expensive van ride of your life.
Oh, come on.
Americans making 60K annually. Europeans making 60K annually.
Yeah, the pay difference is wild to me when I heard a lot of people don't make anything near what we make here. Now, there's more levels to this, right? That's not always true. And of course, cost of living is vastly different in different places, taxes, all this stuff, right? But yeah, generally, you're going to make a lot more money here in the U.S. Also, just like Europe, how everywhere within countries, and of course, each country compared to different countries is going to be different, right? Well, just like that, here in America, the states, right, they are going to be vastly different. Cost of living in small town California versus Los Angeles is going to be vastly different, just like cost of living in general in California is going to be vastly different than Missouri versus Iowa versus New York, right? It's going to be all different. Unfortunately, in this economy and inflation and just cost of goods and stuff, right now we're in a horrible spot, like the worst I've ever seen in my lifetime in the U.S. So if you're making 60K, that's say 10 years ago, that was a very good living. You were doing great making 60K annually. Now you're going to be literally struggling. It's kind of alarming. So this is true.
Doesn't this highly depend on which part of America you're from, though?
It does.
In California, you have to be making 150K.
Oh, yeah. You are in a cardboard box in California if you're making 60K annually. I'm not exaggerating.
To just be comfortable. Invent a new sport. Everyone starts playing it. Can't even win the championship. Invent a new sport. Nobody cares. Always be the world champ. I gotta...
Is this talking about football? American football versus football?
To admit, I did watch an American
We're always
football
the
game
world champs.
on my PC. Obviously not in person. It's kind of cool. Versus football
Oh my
coaches.
God. See? This doesn't help my case either. Me acting like, see, we're not number one in the world for obesity. Look at the football coaches. And then the football coaches. Fine. You guys win. All right. And this one. Wait, why does the American internet cost like $55? With all this net neutrality stuff, I've discovered that normally internet in the U.S. costs like $55 per month. What the F, y'all are already getting ripped off like crazy. I'm getting fiber optic internet for 25 euros over here. And 25 euros probably around like $30, 30 US dollars. So yeah, I admit that's amazing. That's like really cheap. Now I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure I've read in posts like this that the U.S. speed is usually higher in most places than a lot of European countries, but I'm not sure on that. Either way, I'm sure the internet is more than adequate throughout Europe, right? And that's a great price. What's funny is it's actually worse than this. As this answer alludes to, $55 a month. No, it's much more. Comcast, Verizon, AT&T love to stick it to Americans and overcharge for their internet. Yeah, my internet, are you ready for this? It is gigabit internet, so it's really fast, right? On a normal day, download speeds vary from like 900 to like 980 megabytes per second. Upload speeds around like 50, 60. So it's great. It's really fast, and it's generally very reliable as well. I wish it was 25 euros a month. I'm spending $100 a month. 100. Yeah, internet ain't cheap here. But hey, that's going to do it for this one. We survived another episode of USA versus Europe memes. These are absolutely hilarious, as always, and there's much more I would love to look at another time. I think these are always fun, and sometimes they're actually educational, right, and insightful. Ironically, I think that's kind of cool. So, as always, the comment section should be pretty lit on this one. I can't wait to see you guys down there. I appreciate you watching. I hope your weekend is going well, and it's going to be it for this one. My name is Ian. You're watching IWrocker. Until next time, y'all. I'll catch you later.